Alright, here's our right turn in this sequence. And we just scared the living shit out of a deer. Because we're awesome like that. So this is the road that we were just on a little bit ago. When we made the last right turn, as a matter of fact. So we made a big fucking circle. That is what we did. So now we're going back to the road that we were on before on 994 for the next left. So, you know, shit happens.
Walking.
That's right. So we'll come back when we get to there, even though we've already been there. But we're going there, so we'll be back when we get there where we've already been there. That we're going. Oh, more deer. There it goes. Right there. Okay, now we'll come back. Alright, here it is. Left turn. Back onto 994 like we were before. There we go. That's right. So that means that since that was left turn number 1 in this sequence, that we gotta find left turn number 2. I'm not 100% sure where that's gonna be, but it shouldn't take too long, I don't think. I mean, we've been at this for like
An hour and a half.
An hour and a half now, maybe a little more. I mean, I don't know how long this is going to be when it's all edited down for you guys, but we've been at this like a while.
Yeah.
Between an hour and a half and 2 hours. I mean, it is almost 1:30 in the morning right now. And, you know, it's not the first time we've ever done something like this at this hour, and it won't be the last.
Nope.
But this is certainly the most thought-provoking thing we've ever decided to do at this hour. Because this actually requires some planning and strategy. And arbitrarily deciding to make a bunch of left turns with a few rights thrown in.
Yep.
You know. Because intelligence. Yay. Alright. So, as soon as we figure out where left turn number 2 is, we'll be back. Alright, we're coming up on the next left turn of the sequence. Here we are. It's not much of a left, but it counts because we're turning onto a different road entirely than the one we were on. So here we are, and that was, what, number 2, right? Yep. So that means left turn number 3 is coming up here. And we are dangerously close to getting back to Cassville right now.
Yep.
So this crazy ass challenge might just work out after all. Because, you know, this did not exist prior to tonight. So we're gonna see if my crazy idea is gonna work. I mean, I'm just kind of cheating and taking a little peek ahead on the map here, but I think this is going to work out, because after we make another left, then we got to make another right, and I think we're going to be in Cassville before we know it. So we're getting there. Alright, so when we get there, we'll
Check back.
We'll check back. Alright, here it comes. Left turn number 3. It's right there. There it is. We found it. Oh my god. Here we are. Right in front of that building right there. There it is. Yes. So that means that after this we gotta make another right. And then after that another left. And if my really quick non-existent calculations are correct, that means we should be in Cassville very soon. So that means coming up right the fuck now is our right turn of this sequence, and I just saw a sign that said Cassville 4 miles in the exact direction we're going. So I'm not gonna call this a success just yet, But it's looking promising. Because in order for this challenge to count, we need to make it back into what is considered the confines of Cassville. And here we go. And that doesn't count as our left because that was a road that goes absolutely nowhere. So we're coming up on what will be our next left turn. And I am thinking this crazy idea is actually going to work. I'm feeling it. I see an intersection coming up ahead. And left is next in the sequence, and that does take us in the general direction of Cassville.
Yep.
So for what has become about a 2-hour trip to go back to exactly where we started from, I think this is going to work. Because here we are making a left. And I don't know if you guys can read what that sign says or not, but it says Cassville 4 miles to the left. So I think we got this. I definitely think we got this. So that was left number 1 of that sequence. And we don't have to finish a complete sequence if we make it back to Cassville. You know, we just have to stay in sequence. So I'm just going to leave it roll for this last little bit here because I'm pretty sure we've had success. Unless there's a road that veers off to the left that I forgot about.
Yeah, it does, but it takes you back into Trothcraft.
Well, this might not be the end then.
Takes you back into Trothcraft, and then we got to do the whole fucking loop again.
Well, if we think about this, we're on the second left.
Yeah.
So then there would have to be a third left and then a right.
Yeah.
So, you know, part of the challenge is sticking to the sequence.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, but we're dangerously close to Cassville. I mean, if we pass a sign that says that we're in Cassville before we get to that point, the challenge is over. Because we've made it successfully back to Cassville. But if it comes up before Cassville, well, we got to follow it. And that means that this is going to take even longer. So we're in Cass Township right now, which is not Cassville, but
Dangerously close.
Dangerously close. So let's see how this plays out. If we have to make another left, we have to make another left. No, because that's the rules of this challenge. You know, I mean, if we end up in Pittsburgh, then we know that this was a failure.
The way we're going, there's no way we're going to Pittsburgh.
No, I don't think so. But weirder shit has happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a couple of episodes ago, we wound up back in Breezewood again.
Now we may end up in Lewistown, but I wouldn't say Pittsburgh.
Nah, Lewistown's more likely. But yeah. So I'm holding on to this one because I don't know what's going to happen here. Because I don't really know what the limits are for what's considered Cassville around here. But
Well, if we keep going within about 1,500 feet, we're gonna have to make another left.
well, then we're going to have to make another left unless if before that turn there is a sign that says we are officially in Cassville.
That's about a quarter mile up the road.
Now hold it right here a second. Now there is a sign here that's covered with plastic that indicates some kind of road work. So I don't know what's going to happen, but because this road appears to be open, we got to take it. So let's see what happens. Because Cassville is just a sneeze up from there, but sticking to the rules of the challenge, we have to go this way. So What number are we on for lefts right now? I forgot.
3.
This is number 3 now.
Yeah.
So after this, we have to make a right.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not over yet. There's a right turn coming up. We're not out of it yet. Okay, just trying to recap back through where we were here. Turning out onto that road. No, this is number 2. Because turning out back onto that road was number 1.
Oh, all right.
So
Yeah.
this is number 2. Okay, still keeping track here. So after this, we still have to make one more left and then a right. So there is the distinct possibility we might end up going the wrong direction from where we need to go, even though we are right on top of it. Now, in the event, because of that sign back there looking a little suspicious, that this road is closed and we cannot finish the whole way, we would just turn around and go back and make that left right back into Cassville. So I don't know what's going to happen right now, because they had it covered in plastic with a sign that said detour on it, so who knows what that could have meant. So I'm seeing what appears to be a crossroad coming up here.
Yep.
So that will be the 3rd left in this sequence. I mean, this is really becoming a nail biter now.
Yeah.
And I see more detour signs coming up here, right here by this stop sign.
It says you have to go right.
Well, we only have to go right. Well, technically, if this road were closed, which it does not appear to be, we would have to keep going straight. So this will count as our next left, unless we come to a barricade, in which case we would need to turn around and go back and make a right, which would actually kind of work in our favor in this situation. But that's beside the point. Right now, we just need to get to the right turn in this sequence, because that was number 3 for the lefts. So this is getting really, really convoluted and ass backward right now.
Yeah, because we could throw a cigarette at Cassville.
Yeah. It's right the fuck over there. But we're not there yet, because we still have a right turn that we have to make yet. And like I said, if by some chance that we get caught in an infinite loop by the sequence, where if we kept making 3 lefts and a right, we would keep going the same place, we would have to skip over a road to move to the next sequence. So anything could happen at this point. I mean, this challenge might not be over until next week. I don't know. You know, I mean, we literally did not think this through when we did it. This is just, okay, I have an idea, we're going. we jumped in the car, randomly picked a spot to start, and that's what we're going with. So, yeah. And for those of you who don't know where Cassville is, just to explain it the easiest way I can, it's a small town in the middle of no fucking where. So, yeah.
So, okay.
Alright.
Our next ride would be Tross Creek Drive.
Alright, well, by the rules of the challenge, we gotta take it. So, it's around here somewhere.
I believe I just missed it. Yep.
I think you did. So, we missed our turn, so we're gonna have to find a turnaround spot here and correct that. So, as soon as we find a turnaround spot, we'll fix this little error that we've made. So, here's a little magic of editing, and we'll come back when we fix this. Alright, we found it. We unfucked ourselves. So now we're back into the 3 left sequence. So we didn't quite make it to Cassville yet, but there's still hope.
I sure the fuck hope so.
yeah, you know.
Oh.
Anybody else that tries this challenge, you know, best of luck to you.
Yeah.
Stop.
No.
Alright. Well, we'll come back when we get to our first left of the new sequence. Alright, we're coming up on our left turn here at Tar Kiln Road, which is another road that's going to take us into the middle of no fucking where. But we are now back in the opposite direction of Cassville, which is kind of what we were hoping wouldn't happen, but it happened, and, you know, that's just how shit goes. So, we just gotta stick to our guns a little bit here. That means that we've got 2 more lefts and a right coming up here soon.
And when you know.
And here is left number 2.
Little Valley Road. Again.
This is the 3rd time now we've been on this same road. Which means that we will have to make our 3rd left onto 994 again, but then it'll be time for a right. So, hang on to your seats, kids. Look familiar? Here's our favorite left turn again. Once again on 994, aka Old Plank Road. Once again heading towards Three Springs. I could almost reuse the same footage and just talk over it again, but I won't. But that was our 3rd left in that sequence, which means we're now ready for a right again. So hopefully we don't end up back on that same stupid loop again. So we're coming up looking for a right turn this time, which hopefully will get us into Cassville. Because we were literally a sneeze away from it before, but that pesky left turn that we had to take has fucked us completely up. So, we'll be back in a second when we get to our right turn.
Left is Cassville.
Alright, we're making a right, heading towards Robertsdale. To the left there would have taken us to Cassville, but we gotta follow the rules. So, we're going to Robertsdale now, but maybe we'll get lucky and the next 3 lefts we take will take us into Cassville.
Yeah.
We're
Tired as fuck.
Yeah, so am I. But we're getting there. We're getting somewhere. Not exactly sure where we're getting, but we're getting there.
I don't know.
There just went somebody's fucking cat. So we need a left turn in the worst way possible right now.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
Looking for a left. Does anybody have a left turn that we can have? We only need a couple. Well, preferably ones that'll get us into Cassville. Because right now we're in Wood Township. And with a name like that, you know that's got to be the middle of nowhere. I don't want to be in Wood Township. Alright, when we figure out where there's a left turn, we'll be back again. In part 700 of this saga. We finally found a left turn. Oh my god. We're in what appears to be Robertsdale. Named after Dale Roberts, who was founder of Robertsdale. I'm pretty sure that's historically accurate. Probably not, but I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, we're almost there. Now we just gotta find 2 more lefts that hopefully result in Cassville. And yeah, I mean we're you know, we were so close, and then we weren't. and hopefully soon we will be.
Yeah.
And we're going to skip all of the streets here in Robertsdale because that would just make us weave in and out through town. We're just going to stick to roads that take us, you know, to places that are not Robertsdale. You know, because if we counted every single side street in every single town that we pass through, we'd be at this until 5 o'clock in the morning.
Here's our other left.
Well, yeah, we'll count that as left number 2. So there's left number 2, taking us out of Robertsdale. So hopefully soon we get a third left here that gets us back into Cassville. And when we find it, we'll let you know. Just wanted to come back in here for a second and clarify that last turn that we took is not turn number 2. It was part of this same road. So what we're looking for now is going to be turn number 2. I just wanted to clear that up. That was a miscalculation on our part. Right now, we're about as far away from Cassville as you can possibly get, but we're hoping that we can correct this here soon. So that was not turn number 2. Turn number 2 is coming up. So I just wanted to straighten that out in case anybody's keeping track at home. So we're still looking for that left turn. So when we find it, we'll be back. Counts. All right, we found it. We're turning off of this road and making a left, so this counts as left number 2 now. We're heading back towards Saltillo, which is more in the direction we want to be in. So that was our official second left of that sequence. So now we're heading on Route 655, which again gets us pretty close to Cassville. So we might just be pulling this one out of the fire. Saltillo is just like a stone's throw away from Cassville. So there's hope yet. As long as there's not some roads that we're forgetting about that take us in the middle of nowhere, there's hope. So left turn number 3 should be coming up soon here. So keep your fingers and toes crossed, kids, because anything can still happen at this point. All right, here we're making our left turn. This is left turn 3 of the sequence. Once again on 994, but this time heading the other direction. So after this is a right turn, which hopefully somewhere between here and wherever this goes, we encounter a right turn that gets us toward Cassville. At least that's what we're hoping for anyway.
Yeah.
So
here it is. It's almost 3 o'clock in the motherfucking morning.
yeah, and this challenge has gotten way more involved than I thought it would.
Shit.
So hopefully a right turn that works in our favor comes up very soon. So when we find it, you'll know it. All right, we found our right turn here at Fairview Church Road. And hopefully this gets us where we need to be. Because the next one in the sequence is a left. And hopefully none of these upcoming turns will get us further away from where we need to be.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens when we get to the next left. All right, kids. Troth Creek Valley Pike ahead, which in layman terms is 829, which means we're closer than ever than actually making it to Cassville now. So unless a meteor hits and we all die, in which case you'll never see this video anyway, this is our big chance. We might actually make it this time. We had that teaser about an hour ago, but now this might just be the real deal. Because here we are officially at North 829. And believe me, none of us have ever been so glad to see Cassville. But we're finally headed there at long last. I mean, this has been a much longer challenge than I could have ever imagined it would be. Of course, this was a spur of the moment thing. And, you know, it was fun, that's for damn sure. We wound up a lot of places we didn't think we would end up. But, we may have accidentally skipped over a couple roads along the way, but for navigating at night, you know, that's to be expected. And there were a couple that looked kind of suspicious that we didn't, you know, bother with for fear that this car might not make it. But I'd say we hit all the major roads anyway. So we are freakishly close to Cassville. Once we are officially within the limits of Cassville, this will be considered a successful completion of this challenge. And you didn't see this part because we weren't rolling, but we actually stopped a good ways back the road to try and figure out where the fuck we were, because we were good and lost. But we got ourselves sorted out and we're headed in the right direction now. So all we gotta do now is successfully make it within the limits of Cassville. And not counting some of these side roads and shit, you know, that are people's driveways, there shouldn't be anything between here and there that's gonna fuck us up.
Nope.
So, good news for us. Now, left is next in the sequence, but fortunately for us, left is also a continuation of 829, which is what we're doing right the fuck now. And as you can barely see, that sign says Cassville 2 miles in the direction we're going.
Thank fucking Christ.
So, good news all around. So all we gotta do is make it there. Long as no form of catastrophic failure happens, we're gonna make it. I mean, this, what started out as what I thought might last an hour has now lasted about 3 hours. But, you know, when you make up a challenge on the spot and run with it, you don't know what's gonna happen.
So in about 2 minutes, we'll be in Cassville.
That's right. And I'm just gonna keep rolling straight through because we are almost there. We're so damn close, it's not even funny. I just want absolutely nothing to fuck up right now.
Nothing will.
That's all I want. Unless there's like a fucking tree over the road or some shit, which there better not be.
I will fucking pick that son of a bitch up and move it, kind of.
I probably would try to. Or I'd say, fuck it, we're pushing it out of the way with this fucking car.
Yeah.
Whatever, just fucking make it move, goddammit, I'm tired.
That's right.
We got a party to be sometime.
That's right.
today.
That's one thing I should mention is that later today we're going to my aunt and uncle's big chicken cookout that they have every year for the 4th of July. And my God, the challenge is over. We're officially in Cassville now.
Fuck yeah!
Almost finished.
Yeah, we're now within the boundaries of Cassville, so that technically counts. In a moment here, we'll be at the exact spot where we started.
Yep.
But since the challenge is now over, we don't have to go by the pattern anymore.
Nope.
Because Our first turn was Dirt Mountain Road, and we are so close to that it's not even fucking funny, but this is Cassville. We're here now. There's the Chrysler Dodge and Jeep dealership. We're here. You know, that is pretty much the only thing in Cassville that's worth anything.
Yeah.
But we're here. And I'll show you guys where we started out when we made our first turn, because we're like right the fuck there. You know, right there was the road that we turned on to start all of this shit. That is Dirt Mountain Road. That was where the challenge started. We made it back here.
There.
We made it back to Cassville at the 3-hour mark. But we're here. We finally made it.
Thank fuck Christ.
So that was a very different episode of Random Night Road Trips. You know, we didn't really have any stories to tell this time. This was just a challenge to see if we could make it from point A back to point A by making 3 lefts and then a right. Now, we might have fucked up in a couple spots, but we made it.
But hey, we've traveled 120 some miles.
We traveled 120 plus miles to get back to where we started.
To be technical, we could have went to fucking Pittsburgh within 3 hours.
Yeah, we could have made a trip to Pittsburgh in that same amount of time. But no, we decided to drive around the middle of nowhere to end up back where we started.
Yep.
But that's what we do. That's why these are Random Night Road Trips. So, if you enjoyed us getting lost in the middle of no fucking where, be sure to like and subscribe and all that good shit. And I don't even have a good closing for this thing, so fuck it.